Shalom, family. Shalom to everybody in the chat. Good to see you. I'm sorry if you hear the sound of my AC in the background. I absolutely can't turn it off. I'll be burning up. But I hope everybody is doing well. Wow. Yeah, you're right about that. I don't think we have been looking at humans the entire time. So that is the way it is. Let me just get this open. It is sick. These folks, we're not doing this and we're not provoking this stuff at all. These folks go out, like I said, they go out of their way to spot someone from the Black community to do these things to. Nobody is provoking them or doing nothing to them. Just like back in the times when our men were lynched, they weren't doing or provoking a damn thing. Okay? Nothing. They go out of their way to bother us, even when we're not doing anything other than minding our own business. Okay, so this came out on Crime, Law and Crime, and there is a video from CBS News that I am going to show you in regards to this. All right, let me just get this all set up so we can get started, y'all. All right, y'all. Please give me a 1 if you can see my screen. Oh, give me 1 second. I got to stop it for 1 second because I want to get the video set up for you to see.
Right now, police are...
All right. That's it. Okay. Now we can get started. Give me 1 second. And share. Thank you for the ones. Let's get started, y'all. Let's get started.
Right now, police are looking for this woman they say went on a racist rant at a pizza place in Brooklyn. This video is from last Friday, just before 5:30 in the afternoon at Not Ray's Pizza on Fulton Street. The 36-year-old customer says they were leaving when the woman was walking in. They say she grabbed a black pepper shaker, shook it at them, and also made anti-black and anti-immigrant remarks. The NYPD Hate Crimes Task Force is investigating, and anyone with any information is asked to call NYPD's Crime Stoppers hotline at 1-800-577-TIPS. Katie Johnston for CBSN, New York.
All right. So I'm not surprised that this has happened in New York. New York is just as racist as any other place in America. So this woman walks in to the pizza parlor. Now, this woman and her baby, they were already in there. All right. So she spots them as she's walking past and said, F your baby, N-word. Police investigate woman accused of racist rant throwing pepper on black infant in New York City pizzeria. So this came out June 26, 2021. Now they're pretending like they don't know who this woman is. Some damn body know who she is. They know who she is. A white woman in New York City is accused of going off, on a racist rant aimed at a black mother and 2 small children inside of a Brooklyn pizzeria. She then allegedly threw hot red pepper flakes at the mother and 5-month-old daughter. Several news outlets reported the NYPD Hate Crime Task Force is currently investigating the incident, some of which was caught on video by onlookers. According to the report, the mother and her children were visiting Not Ray's Pizza in Fort Greene on June 11th at approximately 5:20 p.m. when the white woman began hurling racial slurs at the black family without provocation. She said, F your baby, N-word, the mother told the New York Daily News. To my 4-year-old, she called him the N-word and said, get out of this country. The 35-year-old mother, who works as a licensed realtor, did not want her name to be printed out of fear of retaliation against her and her children. She told the newspaper that she was carrying her infant daughter in her arms and paying for her family's pizza when the verbal assault began. Like I said, you don't have to provoke these people at all. And we have seen this a multitude of times on different videos. These Karens and Darrens are always the ones provoking this stuff because they feel completely empowered in this country, and they know if the cops show up, they're going to be on their side. All right? Not unless it's a black cop. Usually they get disappointed if a black cop shows up. I've seen that too. She told the newspaper, all right, they're, trying to make up excuses. So she told the newspaper she was carrying her infant daughter in her arms and paying for the pizza when the verbal assault began, believing the woman may have had Tourette syndrome. So they're making excuses for this woman. Okay, then if that's the case, all Karens got Tourette syndrome because they do exactly what this woman does, what she did to this family. The mother tried to leave before the confrontation ensued. I walked away and she threw red pepper in my baby's face, the mother told the Daily News. Now, yeah, that could have been harmful, especially if it got in the baby's eyes. I was very shocked because it's New York City. New York City is racist as hell. I don't know what this woman is talking about. She said, adding that she didn't even make eye contact with the woman screaming. In an interview with NBC News, the mother explained that she was able to prevent the hot flakes from getting in her infant's eyes, nose, mouth. But she did have to explain to her kids what had transpired. I spoke to my children and let them know that we're humankind. We're going to stand together. We're going to continue to eat together. And New York, stand up, the unidentified woman told the outlet. NYPD Hate Crime Task Force opened an investigation into the incident on June 16. One police account described the incident as involving a different type of pepper. On June 11th, 2021 at 5:21 p.m. inside a pizza shop at 694 Fulton Street, Brooklyn, a 36-year-old female patron was exiting the location when a female entered, grabbed the shaker of hot pepper, shook the pepper at the victim, and made anti-Black, anti-immigrant statements. So this must be a woman, perhaps from the islands or even an African woman. I don't know. They really didn't say where she was from, but they're saying she is an immigrant. And that's not unusual for Brooklyn, for you to go there, because I've been to Brooklyn before and you would hear Jamaican accents or someone from Haiti. That is really very common there. Okay, back to the story. Okay, so the task force posted to its official Twitter account, along with 2 screen grabs of the woman from footage taken by a witness. The task force asked anyone who could help identify the woman, and they give a phone call, a phone number for tips. Detective Annette Sheldon of the Office of the Deputy Commissioner, Public Information, on Saturday confirmed to Law and Crime that no arrests had been made, adding that at this time the investigation is ongoing. And I did show you the CBS clip. That's the only thing they have posted here. So, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, I wish it was my baby she did that to. She wouldn't be living now. Okay. You know, I can understand, especially I don't know if this mother is legal or illegal. A lot of times if they are illegal, they are less inclined to call the police. Now, I'm not saying that was the case with this particular mother, but she must have had some kind of accent because they were also referring to her as an immigrant. She didn't want to give her name. She did not want to really do too much of nothing, and that's why I believe it might have everything to do with her status as an immigrant. Now, let's be real. Now, I know they always talking about Mexicans being illegal, but there are plenty of illegal black men and women from various locations on this planet also living in this country. Now, wasn't it Trump rounding up the Haitians and trying to get rid of them? I believe it was like in the beginning of his presidency. Some of y'all might remember that. You know, no, she's not ADOS, but nobody should be throwing no damn pepper flakes at an infant. You know, that's just a cowardly move. Very cowardly. See, she didn't step up to the right sister and do that. There are some sisters, she would have done something like that. She would have got beat down severely for even trying to do it to their child. She just didn't come across the right one up in Brooklyn. There are some in Brooklyn that will handle her butt for real. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. You know, but like I said, you can tell they are walking around looking for black folks to walk up on. And as you can see, they don't even care if you're an immigrant. That's why some of these folks come over in this country and they think they're different from, you know, what we are referred to African Americans, aka the real Hebrews, right? And they think because they're not us, they come from someone else, they'll get treated differently. And that is never the case. That is never, ever the case. You know, and they know who to approach. They do. You know, it's just like that guy that was in the military and he messed with that little micro-sized looking black guy. I mean, come on. He would not have dared stepped up to a black man that was his size or larger. He saw how puny that teen looked, and that's why he went up to him like that. They know. Trust me, they know. They can size you up and know what they can get away with. Yeah, she was an immigrant, you know, because I mean, even the article referred to her as that because she must have had some kind of accent when she spoke, and they, you know, and this Karen picked up on it. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, yeah, you know, yeah, soft targets. It's just like that old crazy Hispanic guy that I did the video on, and he chasing some black guy in Nevada, seven blocks, and talking about he's at war with black people. Now his ass is sitting in jail. I let him go out in that prison yard talking about he's at war with black people. He ain't gonna make it back in. He ain't gonna make it back in. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I'm gonna keep up with this story and see if they actually catch up to this Karen. I believe, you know, she is somebody that lives right there in that neighborhood. I really do. I don't believe she's an outsider. She's somebody that lives within that neighborhood. They'll catch up to her. Mm-hmm. And that's why, look at what they do. That's why I don't understand. Why do you want to be with these people? Some of our men and women, why? Why? At the end of the day, you don't have nothing good. Look, you got Kanye ran the hell away from the Kardashians. They said they can't even pick up a phone and call him. He done cut them off. He done cut them off. I said, but he thought it was so good when he hooked up with Kim. Yeah, whatever, Kanye. But I don't feel too bad for him, because what did he do? He left Kim and ran to another woman that, really don't look that different from Kim. Man got issues, for real. But y'all, Karen is a mess. She is a mess. And I guess she gonna keep trying our people until, somebody's gonna snap on Karen one day. And by the time the police come, the damage will be done. It will be done. I mean, and these folks got some nerve talking about go back from where you came from. Well, where the hell did they come from? They're not native to this land. They're not native anywhere. In fact, they're not native anywhere on the earth. In all the lands that they're in, they're not native in none of these lands that they got their feet on. None. Now, you know what our Heavenly Father say? Only humans get land. And why weren't they found on their own land? I think that says it all. But y'all, please tell me what you think in the comment section of what you would do if Karen came at you, called you the N-word, told you to go back from where you came from, and then proceeds to try to put pepper flakes in your infant's face. Y'all, wherever you are, please enjoy the rest of your day. We'll definitely come back together again real soon to do another article on live stream. Shalom, family.